So who are you according to the Bible? Got a question for you. Who are you according to the Bible? You're a child of God. So now, the children of God, what were they called in the Bible? The Israelites. So you know that. Do you know that you're an Israelite? You knew that? How long have you known? Nathan? So Nathan, how long have you known? Since you've been studying the word, right? So now Nathan, as an Israelite, what is our responsibility to our people? What are we supposed to be doing? Taking care of each other, that's right. Right? Are we taking care of each other in our neighborhood? You know why, Nathan? Because your people don't know that they Israel. You run a sports program? A community engagement program. Okay. So now, in that program, what are you doing to help your? Yeah, get out. Come talk to me. So on your program, right? You got food.
Yes.
Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7, right? I want to show you this, right? You know you're an Israelite, right? And you're an elder man, right? And you reach out to the community, you talk to the kids and all that, all the time. So watch this. Leviticus. Is our diet important for our children? It is. Watch this.
Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7. And the swine, though he divideth the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud.
You know what swine is? It is. What is it?
He said he cured it, though. It's pork.
You said he cured it?
He said it.
Where?
You eat it. He said you can eat it. That's
what
he
okay.
said. You can eat it.
Let's read and see if he said he can eat it.
He is unclean to you. Of their flesh shall you not eat.
Wait a minute. Why you gonna walk off? The Bible says, "Of their flesh shall ye not eat." There we go. Grab the Bible. There we go. So now yeah, get it. That's good. I appreciate it. So now watch this. He said, "Of their flesh shall ye not eat." Where else does it say different? Give me Malachi chapter 3 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
I pray that you came prepared. I pray that you came prepared. Because what we're going to do is 4:13. Philippians 4:13. Let's get that.
Well, you said come prepared.
Yeah.
I can do anything.
Philippians chapter 4 and verse 13.
Philippians chapter 4 and verse 13. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me.
That's right. And that's oh, look. They believe that. Who was that? That was her? Can you do all things through Christ that strengthen you? That means you can keep the commandments of God.
That's right.
That's what that means. Right? So now when we say nobody can be perfect. My brother, you know what? I'm going to give it to you, right? I'm going to give it to you. Go back to Leviticus chapter 11.
Bring it out.
11 and let's read verse 9.
Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters.
So this is what you can eat. That's in the waters. Watch this.
Whatsoever have fins and scales.
Whatever have fins and scales, right? Our organization is Israel United in Christ. Whatsoever have fins and scales. So you got what? You got tilapia, you got salmon, you got red snapper, you got whiting, you got Dover sole. Whatever got fins and scales together in the water, that's what you can eat. Read.
In the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat. And all that have not fins nor scales in the seas and in the rivers, and all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
God says everything else that don't got fins and scales, that's going to be an abomination to you.
That's right.
That's what's going to give you the gout. That's what's going to give you the high blood pressure. That's what's going to give you the cancer. That's what's going to defile your temple.
Right.
That's why our diet is important. God gave you the blueprint first. But now what do? We got catfish. We got pork. We got shrimp. We got crab. We got lobster.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
And now, what do? I'm not saying you do it. But if we eating it, who else eating it? Our children.
That's right.
Our children. And we wonder why children get high blood pressure at a young age. You feeding them the wrong diet, right?
Well,
Diabetes at the wrong at a young age. We shouldn't be getting that stuff anyway. But God says don't eat it, and now we eat it.
Sit up and do this all day. You gotta get out.
Exactly. So you got to get out and exercise, but guess what? Exercise profiteth little.
Yeah, bodily exercise probably.
Yeah, you got to eat right. Right? So now, do you got pork in your diet that you feeding, that you giving to the kids?
The diet is the most important part.
Hey, Michael.
I don't get, there's no halal pork. You got beef? Oh, I get you. You got halal. Okay. So that's an all halal diet. You're not giving them no unclean food. You got something to say?
Community, we have Afghanis who won't eat if we, I'm in this community right here. We have Afghanis that won't eat if there's pork.
Correct.
So,
Yeah.
all beef,
All beef.
no pork.
No pork at all. Okay, now that's good. So now, what else do we teach our children? What else can we give them?
We need to give them some financial etiquette so that we can come up out of these grains that we're in and rise.
Okay, so is financial etiquette going to deliver us out of where we're at right now? The financial etiquette. Knowledge.
What's the knowledge?
Okay,
Yeah,
Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. Hosea 4 and verse 6.
Oh, bring it
You
out.
said the knowledge is going to deliver our children.
Knowledge. If you don't have the knowledge,
What kind of knowledge?
There you
you know
go.
what? I
Bring
call
it out,
it
Michael.
my knowledge.
Bring it
Huh?
out.
I never went to school for anything, so any knowledge that I
You don't got to go to school.
it's due to my father.
Watch this.
Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Look at our children in our neighborhoods. Look at our children and what they're gang banging, selling drugs, and the food is good, right? But guess what? They have to have the knowledge to change their mindset first. God says we are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Read.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge,
Because you reject the knowledge of God. Read.
I will also reject thee.
Guess what? Now our kids are being rejected today. We can't give it. Ain't no food gonna show them that they the Israelites. There's no dish, huh? There's no money or dollar bill that's gonna show them who they are according to the Bible. There's no financial structure system that can show them that. Only the words of God can show them that.
That's right.
And that's what we got to be bringing to our neighborhoods. If we not bringing that to our neighborhood, we're doing them a disservice.
Right.
So you got to implement that. You got to show them who they is. You've been knowing that. And as an elder man, give me Psalm chapter 78 and verse 5. As an elder man, you got to show them that. They need to see that influence from you.
Right.
Because it's been too long that we haven't been able to look up to our elder men. You seem like a strong man, but most of our elder men out here on drugs.
Right.
Out here in wheelchairs with their foot chopped off.
Right.
In the hospital. Can't even walk, can't even talk. Most of them. You got something to say?
Look at how society portrays us.
That's true. But hey, I don't gotta see the TV to know where our elder man is at. Right? So watch this.
Psalm chapter 78 and verse 5. For he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to their children.
That they should what?
Make them known to their children.
We got to make these laws known to our children. And that's the responsibility that you have as an elder man, right? You got to make those laws, the laws of God, known to the children. Guess what? Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal, right? Those are laws and those are commandments. But what else?
Yeah.
What else do you got to portray to your children? How you doing, my brother? What's your name? What's your name? Mark, I'm Mike. Come on up. You came at the right time. So what we doing? Ah, you was raised on pork, but it wasn't right. It's not right. God said don't eat it. God said don't eat it. Guess what? Yeah, he did.
Read it
Give me
again.
Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7. Do you want to hear my words or do you want to hear the Bible? God said don't eat it. Hold on, don't run yet, brother.
Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7. And the swine, the what? The swine.
And the swine, which is the pork, read.
Though he divided the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you.
God says that pork is unclean to you. Guess what? When you gotta see the doctor about your foot getting cut off, you gonna remember the words of God. Read.
Of their flesh shall ye not eat.
God says you ain't supposed to be eating that pork. I don't care if you was raised on it or not. And that's hey, watch this, my brother. And that's the reason why we gotta teach our children different. This brother said he was raised on pork, right? If we ain't going to the communities with God's menu, guess what? They not gonna receive nothing. They don't even know who they is.
That's right.
We gotta go to the community with God's menu, with what God said, not with what you think in your mind, brother. That's what's been destroying our people as a nation. Watch this. Give me the where you at? Psalm 78 and 5. Read it again.
The book of Psalms, chapter 78 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
For he established a testimony in Jacob.
So the testimony that was established in Jacob was the laws that was written in Moses. Read.
And appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers.
Our what?
Commanded our fathers.
And you look like you can be my father and everybody father up here. But guess what? God commanded you to do something. Read.
That they shall make them known to their children.
So now guess what you got to put on that menu? You got to put some of the laws of God on that menu.
That's right.
That's what you got to feed the people with. That's what your outreach program should be about. You know you Israel, now you got to teach them. Because that loss of identity has caused them to destroy themselves and to be rejected of God. You understand that? They're rejected from God because they don't know who they are. Not because they don't have the finances, right? Because Lil Wayne got money, but he's still destroyed. LeBron James got money, but he's still destroyed. Oprah got money, but she's still destroyed. You never rise above the condition of your people, right? What's your thought? What's your thought? Don't say it and run. We gotta get it out the Bible.
A year ago, I had none of this. Not this truck, not that truck. In fact, I was breakdancing on that island out there for change.
So the finances helped you.
No.
Now watch this.
No, it wasn't the finance.
A way that made
It was the understanding that it took me
a way that
to
may
rise
seem
above
right to a man.
Nobody else. It took me to decide I needed to do what I needed to do for my higher power.
Okay, do you believe in God, right? You believe God helped you?
I believe in God. You see my sword in my hand.
I see it.
believe
I
in
see
God
it.
with all my
But belief is an action word.
Right.
That's the point.
Right.
I think it's 20, 24, and 20, or 20 and 24.
It isn't just the belief because I'm proving it with action. I'm backing it up with action.
Correct. Yeah.
Proverbs chapter 20 and verse 24. Man's goings are of the Lord.
A man's goings are of the Lord. So just like you did all of that, right? And it led you to where? To stand right here to hear the word of God.
That's right.
You know that you're Israel, but guess what? What are you going to do about it now?
I'm going to do it in God's speed. Like I
In
always
God's speed. So now what does God require of you, of the Israelites?
do. Right, speed, just do my due diligence.
That's a very broad term.
Right.
That's a very broad term. We're going to get direct, though.
They call me Hats.
I want
So
you-
I'm a very broad person. And I do a lot of
Hats.
things.
Take off your hat to this. Watch this.
Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12.
Bring it out.
And now Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him. And
Hold on. Slow down a little bit. Read it from the top.
now Israel, What doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
What does God require of you, Hats? What does he want from you? To fear him. Read.
But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways.
And then you gotta, after you fear God, you start to walk in his ways. Read.
And to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
And how do you serve God with all your heart and all your soul?
Donated over 1,500 cups of hot coffee to the homeless.
That's not serving God.
That's serving God.
No, it's not. Watch this.
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
To do what?
Keep the commandments of the Lord.
If you donating coffee without fringes on, are you serving God?
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is